It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. And you remember when LeBron first came back to Cleveland, there were some growing pains. Things didn't gel right away. But this is a team that knows what it's doing now, Kenny.
Well, it only took them about 2 months, honestly, Ernie. I mean, they went to the NBA Finals. So, yeah, the best in the East. These guys, LeBron, any team he's on, he's kind of like the Shaquille O'Neal of his day. Any team that he's on is going to be favored to win the NBA championship. Well, and I'm not kissing up to him because he's sitting on the other side.
Well, thank you, Kenny. But players like Kevin Love, they're adapted to their new roles. You have to give a lot of credit to the front office, too, finding role players that fit. Thank you for the compliment, Kenny.
Oh, truth is truth, man.
That's it for us here as we send you to Kevin Harlan, the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I love you guys, too.
It's a love.
But it's a one-way love.
Thank you.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto as the Raptors look to work their home court advantage and get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. They're faced now with what is probably the easiest part of their schedule. They've got a lot of home games on the docket, but they can't take anything, guys, for granted.
Well, this is a nice stretch for this team because they get a number of games at home, and it gives them a chance to make up some ground in the standings.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then. Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's, Greg, been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor. And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
And Thomas, here we go, and he gets it to go.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now, here is Lowry. His last outing, he had 18 points. Basket counts.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
LeBron is screen on DeRozan. And here's Love from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, pick your poison there. If you give Love that kind of room, he's going to take advantage.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Miles. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
James, the pass to Wade. Thomas kicks to Wade. LeBron against Miles. For three, Love. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
Now here's James. 26 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Wade kicks to Love. Love with another miss. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Screen by Ibaka. Now Miles. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. 6 to shoot. Again, Toronto.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Back to LeBron. Wade outside. He kicks it to Love. Love with the screen for Thomas. LeBron passes to Thompson. A 3-ball. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Raptors leading by 5. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Good D by Thompson.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Trying to get back on track. Wade. Nice D from DeRozan.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
The 10-footer. And he overshot that one, missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
James, no good.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Here's the dish to Lowry. Ibaka outside. Valanciunas against Thompson. Lowry inside the line. And the Raptors miss again.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Thomas, that's good.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. DeRozan with a screen for Valanciunas. Oh, the lob to DeRozan.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Back to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thomas got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Cleveland.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Now, here's Lowry. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. It's Lowry again missing. The Cavaliers trailing. Thomas sets a screen for Love. James kicks to Thomas. Back to LeBron. It's a pick by Love. Wade on the wing. Thompson dishes to Wade. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Well, a chance to check out Tristan Thompson here. Just an incredible month of basketball. 3rd in field goal percentage. And he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Now, here is Ibaka. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
Raptors with the lead. DeRozan with it. He's coming off a 31-point game against Miami.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys. Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Now, how quickly did Kevin Love get that shot off? What great confidence in that stroke.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
Free throw good, Miles. Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating, that it's that much advanced over the defense.
Yeah, because think about it, Kevin. For years and years, you've had coaching staffs and film guys talking to you about the basic qualities of a defense, and that is rim runs for the big, getting back into the paint, and building your defense out. You do that today, you're at a disadvantage on most every possession.
Now here's Wright. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. There's the feed to Powell. Doesn't go that time. Shumpert with some nice D. Smith the pass to Fry. Right side Rose. And it's all evened up. Now here's Wright. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Miles, that's for 2. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Man, he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
And Rose throws it down.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach. Oh! You saw that. How about Shumpert getting a little tricky with it that time? He's a high-flying guard.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. And Miles kicks to Powell. Here's the screen. Right, the pass to Siakam. Nice job coming off that screen.
Very well executed pick. to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Right against Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
There's the pass to Powell. Nogueira kicks to Miles. Raptors moving the ball around. Now here's Powell. Headed by Shumpert. They get it again. Goes back up. And Nogueira with the lay-in. Good.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Smith on the wing. And Fry kicks to Rose. Dishes it to Miles. And it comes off the front of the rim. Cavaliers leading. Pass to Rose. There's the screen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game. And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Here is Miles. 5 points in the game. And here is Powell. Rebound by Smith.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard. Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
And the Cavs' big three completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
DeRozan against Smith. Passes it to Wright. Shoots from 12. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Carter outside. Kicks it to Fry. In the corner, Smith with it. Feeds it to Rose. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From outside the arc. Smith, no luck. DeRozan against Smith. And finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drive. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Cleveland. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
We've got Nogueira. Norman Powell is out there with Wright. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And he sinks the second. And with the Cavaliers, one of the teams that shoots the most three-pointers in the league, big man Channing Frye is a great fit.
People don't realize just how good Channing Frye shoots the basketball from the three-point line over the past 5 or 6 years. Not only one of the best big men shooting the three, but one of the best players in the league. And back in Phoenix under Mike D'Antoni, he sort of honed that ability to shoot the three.
Outside Crowder. Nogueira with the steal. Powell dishes to DeRozan. Here's the screen. That's short off the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Crowder, the pass to Frye. Carter inside the three-point line. Here's Rose. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Powell. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Siakam kicks to DeRozan. From 8. Got a hand on it. Lobs it up for Crowder.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And Wright kicks to Powell. He feeds it to DeRozan. Back to Powell. Smith against DeRozan. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Frye's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Crowder kicks to Frye. That one, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
From 11 feet away, shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 3 on the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nogueira. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kyle Lowry in for DeLon Wright.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
First free throw is good. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork, help this guy live at the line.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Rosen dishes to Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. From From the stripe.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Green kicks to LeBron. Count it from 12. James has got his second bucket.
LeBron James consistent there from the mid-range. When he's in a good rhythm and the ball just rolls off his fingertips, you feel pretty good about it.
Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Outside DeRozan. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Valanciunas.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
LeBron drives in. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to Powell. Jacks up a three. Drills it from outside. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Rose kicks to Love. It's stolen by DeRozan. 3-on-3. He kicks it to Lowry. Over Rose. Rose with the block. And they're able to recover. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up. And that sends Valanciunas to the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up. A different look now for Cleveland. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Carter. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
And James gets it to go.
And LeBron down there amongst the trees, carving out a little space and getting the 2.
Powell dishes to Lowry. The feed to Valanciunas. Ibaka, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Thomas passes to Wade. Green, the screen, just 5 to shoot. Wade kicks to Thomas. Misses the 3. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Now the dish to Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Wade dishes to James. Back to Wade. Thomas passes to LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Well, with a body like that, LeBron James can be as physical as he wants to be and just dare you into making contact. LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
The Raptors making a switch here. Miles is checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Thompson's checked in.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammate.
Thompson, a screen on Miles. Thomas kicks to Wade. Trying to find Thompson, he gets it to him. 6 on the shot clock. LeBron dishes to Wade. Over to DeRozan. Offensive rebound. That one's not going to go. The Raptors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Lowry kicks to Miles. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help Kevin, but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. I mean, it's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
Stolen by Wade. Thompson outside. Thomas goes in, and here's Love for three. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Toronto trailing. Now Lowry. He has 7. Ibaka outside. Miles against James. From 13, and he hits the jump shot. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Yeah, with a hand in his face, no less. Inside, Ibaka uses his long arms to convert through the contact.
LeBron with 8 points for him. And the rejection by Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Some changes for Toronto. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Cleveland, Jay Crowder's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Dwayne Wade. The screen from Thompson. And Thomas has it in the corner. Over Wright. And another miss by Cleveland. Raptors leading by 3. Back to DeRozan. In the corner, Wright with it. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Wright outside. The pass to DeRozan. Clock at 4. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
When you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
They get it back. Outside for Thomas. Thompson, a screen on Wright. On the wing, Shumpert. It's stolen by DeRozan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or 2 away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
And there's the foul. It's on Lucas Nogueira. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, Toronto. Thomas gets the bucket.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And they double up DeRozan. Right side. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Nogueira. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Nogueira. And that's now 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Right against Thomas. Smith on the wing. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Lobs it up for Crowder.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Outside DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Jonas Valanciunas, you have been in the zone so far. What has your approach been down low in the paint?
I'm just playing my game. Kyle Lowry doing a great job passing the ball, so, it's good to play like that.
Starts with inside-out play, right? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebounding. Those second chance buckets came into play in a big way. Those are effort points, momentum builders, salvaging points off the scrap heap. You never heard me say scrap heap before, Ernie. I don't even know what it means. It just sounded good.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. The Cavaliers trail by 8. On the court for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. LeBron against Miles. James. Now, here's Thomas. D right on him. The wing jumper off target.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And he makes the first. And we've seen coaches that yell. We've seen some that show no emotion and everything in between. In your opinion, what's the perfect mental makeup for an NBA coach?
I don't think, Kevin, there's any exact science to what coaching can be. And I think the best coaches just have an innate ability to know when to push buttons, how to push buttons, and to do it on an individual level. There are many times that a coach can make the biggest impact with his player, Kevin, taking him aside and having conversations rather than doing everything in front of the team. And I think the best coaches have a pulse of each player on their team and take the time to go and do that.
Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up. They look frustrated, 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Wade passes to Thompson. To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Wade against Lowry. The 3. Rebound Love. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half. And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Off the screen. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The Cavaliers trail by 8. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, "We couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles." Kyle Lowry told me, "We're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be." Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thompson, a screen on Miles. James dishes to Wade. Good, and the assist goes to James. Wade's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Sacrificing his body, Tristan Thompson out there setting some solid screens.
Here's Valanciunas. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Thomas. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. LeBron outside. Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. This is it to Miles. Kicks to Ibaka to stop the drought. He lays it in. Ibaka's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
James kicks to Thompson. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors leading by 5. Miles, that's for 2. Misses off the left iron.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 12. In the corner, it's James. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Lowry. 7 points in the game. Out to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. With the floater. That one good for 2. Lowry's got 9.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Feeds to Love. Wade against DeRozan. Thompson in the post. And here's Love. He's got 9. Back to LeBron. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Here's Lowry, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Lowry. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's DeLon Wright in for DeMar DeRozan. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. Crowder comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. Back to Wright. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas with a screen on left. 3-pointer, Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Now Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Crowder. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Now we take a look here at the shot chart for the Raptors.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the three ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Nogueira comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Pascal Siakam in for Serge Ibaka. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Outside Lowry. And Wright kicks to Powell. Back to Wright. Shot clock at 6. There's the screen. Powell for 3. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Green. And Brent, 14 years in the NBA, you spent about half your time on the defensive end. Of all the guys you were matched up against, who was surprisingly difficult to cover?
It's funny, Kevin, because a lot of coaches would tell you I did not spend half of my time on the defensive end.
Well, I know better. I know better.
Surprisingly difficult to stop, I would tell you, it would be Mitch Richmond. Many years in Sacramento playing for the Kings. He was known as the Rock, and I can tell you why. Running into him and his physicality as a two-guard was very, very difficult to stop. One of the game's greatest two-guards.
Sturdy, wasn't he? He was thick. He was hard to move is what I think about.
He was very thick and physical, which was something that I was certainly not. And they also ran a myriad of screens for him on every possession. The most potent offensive player they had was Mitch Richmond, and they would get him open every time. So a very difficult cover for him.
Rose goes in, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Rose has got 18 points in the game.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Lowry with the ball. He's got 9. Right outside. There's the screen. To the paint. Here's Nogueira. That shot misses. Good D by Love. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Love with the screen on Lowry. Smith dishes to Love. Outside, Green. Back to Love. That's tipped. Now here's Wright. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Powell. Back to Lowry. Fires from deep. Crowder pulls it in.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Green left side. Good work there as it goes. He has 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Wright kicks to Lowry. Nogueira gets a screen for Lowry. Wright for 3. They get it back. Nogueira with the bucket. Nogueira's got his second basket.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Rose kicks to Crowder. Rose goes in. It's Crowder on the wing. Guarded by Powell. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Jay Crowder.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lowry passes to Nogueira. Wright sets a screen from Nogueira to the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Rose. He dishes it to Love. Outside, Green. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Green's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Toronto's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Crowder. Nogueira. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Pascal Siakam. And Cleveland also making a change. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Green. And the free throw drops for Nogueira. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Shumpert. Lobbed up there for Love. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Lowry has it in the corner. And the Raptors miss again.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Outside Rose. Down low. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Crowder.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Raptors lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
Here, Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Ibaka is out there with Nogueira. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Wright in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Thompson, a screen on Wright. Jumper off the screen. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 20 points for Rose.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
Ibaka with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. 5 to shoot. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Thompson, a screen on Wright. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
First one falls for Jonas Valanciunas. He's checked in for the Raptors. C.J. Miles comes in for Norman Powell. James checked in for the Cavaliers. Wade comes in for Shumpert.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Screen by Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. Back to Wright. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Shot by Crowder, no good. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. And Miles kicks to Valanciunas, and the shot goes down. Valanciunas has got 19 points.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
A screen from Thompson. Outside Crowder. The 3 from Thomas. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Stolen by Wade. Right against Thomas. To tie it up. Out to Wade. Pass to Crowder. LeBron against Miles. 5 on the clock to take the lead. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Right, the pass to Ibaka. He kicks to Valanciunas. Right, sets a screen. Valanciunas with a screen on Wade. Back to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Wade dishes to Thomas. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Valanciunas. Crowder kicks to Thompson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Not sure. Maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Kevin Love's checked in for Crowder. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Right outside to the paint. Ibaka, the pass to Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. DeRozan against Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. And it's DeRozan missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. Back to Thompson. The feed now to Thomas. Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. Out to Wade. There's the triple. That shot off the mark. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. The dish now to Wright. Now the pass to Ibaka. And here's DeRozan. And Wright kicks to Ibaka. Over Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. Here's LeBron. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Yeah, sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. And Wright kicks to DeRozan. Over Wade. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. This is to Love. Wade, a screen on Ibaka. LeBron kicks to Thomas. Back to LeBron. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, now LeBron James is stretching the floor. We know that he has teammates that can do that, but when he gets it going, look out.
To the inside. Here's Valanciunas. Cans the 12-footer. Valanciunas has got 10 points in just the second half.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Thompson dishes to LeBron. The screen from Thompson. Kicks it out to Love. Pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Three-pointer. Wade. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Baseline try. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Yeah, competing hard down the stretch. He wants the ball. That time, he delivers.
He's a dangerous scorer in general, but there he zeroes in on what matters most.
The screen from Thompson. DeRozan against Wade, and Thompson throws it down.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
And so here's Toronto. Now DeRozan. Passes it to Wright. DeRozan against Wade. The shot's good. That's 28 points for DeMar DeRozan. Cleveland's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. James outside. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Back to Thomas. Over to the wing. Wade kicks to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Out to Wade. Right against Thomas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Isaiah Thomas taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Thomas. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. In Toronto, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Outside Lowry to take the lead. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Wade passes to Love. It's a pick by Love. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer, Wade. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Toronto trailer. DeRozan with it. Kicks it to Lowry. High, arcing shot. Here's Ibaka. Lays it up and banks it in. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Here's DeRozan. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Ibaka to take the lead. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Miles. And that's 12 points for Kyle Lowry. Thompson, a screen on Miles. Here's LeBron, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
I think about LeBron James, and it's not about the job, it's how you do the job. And he's been a professional every season that he's been in the association.
And the first one drops.
I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
They set the pick. Shot off the pick. And the shot falls short this time. The Cavaliers trailing. Love outside. LeBron against Miles. Feeds to Valanciunas. Lowry up top. Releases. Again, the miss by Lowry. And when it's all said and done, Brent, do you think LeBron James goes down as the most versatile player in NBA history?
There's no doubt about it, Kevin. If you talk about a player that had the consistent dominance that LeBron James had in every facet of the game, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, it's been a remarkable run for him. And when he steps between those sidelines, there's really nothing that he cannot do.
Outside DeRozan. He feeds it to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Over Thompson, but he stays with it. And again, Toronto no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Thomas, here we go. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Over Wade. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 30.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Now, here's Thomas. Over Lowry. They get it again. Out to Wade. Goes back up. Nice D from DeRozan. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Lowry dishes to Miles. Here's DeRozan. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Cleveland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. From 20 feet out. Nails it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Lowry kicks to Miles. The feed to DeRozan. It's the front of the rim and out.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Love outside. Miles against James to tie it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, gets that contact and finds free throws.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're down by 3. 12 seconds left in the game. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Love to tie it up. The three won't fall. From deep. Can't knock in the three. Ends with a big win by Toronto in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We're focusing in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.